What's good, YouTube? My name is Lakeith Dion, and I like to just talk about random stuff. Anyway, I'm gonna just hop right into this one because I already know what I want to say. So, social media in 2024. Well, no, I can't just say 2024. It's been like this for a minute now. It's all pretty much like one giant dating site, if you really look at it. Not like on no hating shit. I'm not hating on it at all. It's just really, it's kind of fascinating how things have changed so much over the years. You know what I'm saying? Sex does sell, but it's at a point where it's like every little thing is geared towards it now to draw your attention, and it's easy to get caught up if you're not careful, right? If you're just scrolling through some shit, eventually you're gonna end up seeing some ass or whatever you might see. It's just part of the game. Might be some ass in this video. You never know. But overall, what I want to say is that now we at a point where it's like you can't even function without, or like any site can't even function, or they can't even like be up without that sex appeal that goes with it. You know what I'm saying? It all has to be there. And people talk about the epidemic with men and stuff like that, the loneliness, the depression, the increased suicide rates, and all that type of stuff. It's really, really bad. But what do y'all think? Do y'all think stuff like this contribute to it? Things like Instagram, and you got Snapchat premiums and stuff like that. You got OnlyFans and regular porn, but nowadays seem like regular porn is out of style. Seem like everybody just rather go to a social media site and get they feel. You know what I'm saying? Which, I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense overall. Not to me, for real, but I get it. You know what I mean? Somebody who actively does not watch porn anymore or try not to, I understand the struggle. It's difficult, especially when you see it all the time. Your algorithm, you can pick up on it. You like a few things, you might see a few things and be interested in it and follow some pages, and next thing you know, that's all through your feed, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, or any other social media site, and it can get difficult to avoid it. It's not so hard, really, if you don't get on the internet that much. But if you are on the internet for any real amount of time, you're going to eventually bump into, some ass or some titties. It's just part of the game now. Now, the only thing for me, it's not so much as people getting access to it. It's like it's kind of geared towards kids now too. Not geared towards them, but it's not a whole lot of ways to filter this type of stuff anymore. Or rather, it's getting easier for people to find ways around whatever filtration system any social media site might have. Uh, to be honest, it don't seem like they really got any, especially places like Twitter and shit like that. You know what I mean? Where you can pretty much see anything. You might look for one thing and see something completely different. But I don't have Twitter at all, so I don't really care. But when I did have it, it was a mess, trust me. And this was years ago, so I can just imagine how it is now, as it is X or whatever. That shit sounds dangerous. But the moral of this video pretty much is try not to um, become a part of that. Try to avoid it if you are a man and you are dealing with some sort of depression or struggle or issue. Seeing a bunch of easy, licks like that, it's not gonna make it any better. It'll be some temporary relief, but it's not gonna make it any better. You know. But just for anybody in general, try indulging in all that for too long, you will get caught up. It don't matter you man, woman, or this, that, or third. You're gonna get caught up. You're gonna see some shit. So stay aware. I'm more interested in the rise of it, right? How it all sort of suits. We got people who go to these websites exclusively just to promote themselves, either their modeling or their business, and they do it in a seductive way. Hell, pretty much you can easily say that a lot of these social media sites now are kind of either dating slash escort sites. And that includes dating sites just being full on escort sites now. You know what I mean? And the escort site shit, I guess they still the same. But y'all get what I'm saying, right? It's pretty it's pretty tempting all around. Now that we're here though, we kind of got to address the elephant in the room, is that, well, how does this affect society? And clearly it has, especially to the men, right? Because it's a lot of variety. Because people will ask the question, why don't people just watch porn? I used to ask that question too, until I actually sat back and realized, like, you really don't need to go looking for porn. You know what I'm saying? At this point, like, doing that now is kind of going out of the way when you have social media and you can see some shit that gets you, gets you where you need to be either way. And I was confused for the longest time. I never could understand why somebody would try to go on Facebook or like Instagram and try to like, get their rocks off or just like and share a bunch of sexual shit. But I see it now. I guess I can see the appeal of it. It's a dopamine thing. You don't think about it until you like study it and take a step back from it. Like, oh, okay, this is all mental, right? So it's some mental clarity things that we need to work on if we want to get ourselves back out of the way of watching a whole bunch of corn. Excuse me. I know I can't say the other word. I've been saying it, but it is what it is. And I try not to be so direct with these types of opinions because I'm not really trying to place judgment, right, on the people who watch or the people who perform. Because again, at the end of the day, everybody's gonna make the decision that they decide to make. I'm just here to let people know that there's alternatives. Well, not really alternatives to that in the same vein, but stay clear of it all if you can, right? But that's kind of all I had to say on it. Just something that popped in my head quick. I've always been curious about, the civilization of social media over the years. But what do y'all think? This is Lakeith Dion, and I will see y'all when I see y'all. Be sure to like and subscribe if you like the content, and take care.